Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the newest episode of the Broke Blonde Diaries. Hello. Welcome back. We're very, very happy. Welcome back to the Broke Blonde Diaries, where we turn limited funds into unforgettable adventures.
And I'm Jess, the producer who always is searching for the next big scene on a budget, of course.
Oh my gosh. And I'm Lauren, the art historian who could just live in an art museum if they would let me. I mean, honestly, if they would let me, I'd move in tomorrow, quite seriously. But stick around today as we navigate the wild job market and celebrate that it's finally spooky season, sort of, if you count September as spooky season. And we try to make sense of all of the chaos happening in pop culture right now.
In pop culture, the world, it's the Burrs season.
The Burrs.
And very excited.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Like anything fall. It's so funny because like growing up, I think one of the things that I absolutely loved was Halloween. Dressing up the whole nine. But then I think as I got older, like, because you're young, you're like, oh my gosh, like I really want to like dress up as this, this, and this. You're like collaborating with your friends or like whatever that may be. But sometimes, like, I think at least when I got older, I was like, oh, wait, fall fashion is another.
Well, the color you're wearing?
Yeah, the color, like this kind of like sunburnt orange. It's a part of my color palette. My dark autumn color palette.
Part of my autumn. It's literally my autumn identity.
It's so funny because I don't really have a lot of orange in my like wardrobe.
I love orange.
And I was like, I discovered through like getting my colors done. So for those of you who don't know, getting your colors done is kind of like you go to this like this guru color specialist and you get your colors done based off of your undertones and like what looks good on you, what doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding. The minute I got it done, my friend Catherine Kropp, love you, Catherine Kropp, she was the one that put me on.
Hey.
And she was like, babe, you got to get your colors done. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I love it. Was like when it was like all over TikTok, like everyone was doing it. I was like, I might as well do it. I might as well figure out what the heck's going on.
Why not?
Like, because I'm like, I don't really like, I guess the word is like, don't really have like a style. I kind of like go in and out of like different styles.
Like seasonally,
like
or trend.
That's what's so hard is I think it just kind of depends on like what the mood is, what the vibe is. If it's like fall, I'm more like whimsical goth,
right.
You know, witchy.
I love
kind
a
of
whimsy
vibes.
goth moment.
Yes. And then sometimes it'll be like, oh, maybe I can try doing like a little like preppy kind of like, but like still toned down, like earthy color kind of vibes. And then sometimes I'll go like the opposite end, which is like bohemian, like, you know, like 70s flower love child, like all that stuff like that.
I love.
But yeah, I got my colors done and they're like, oh my gosh, like you're a dark autumn and a dark winter. They're very close together. So my gal, I can't remember her name, but she's from Adored Color. And she was like, okay, so dark autumns for you, like because you're both, try doing dark autumns in the summertime and in the fall time, and then your dark winters do it in the spring and winter time. Which I was like, interesting. So like now I know, and it's so much easier to shop now. I don't have to freaking like guess. So any pastel colors I've ever worn
out the door,
trash on me. And I was like, okay.
You're like, well, okay, maybe I get it now. Do you have to call me out so hard?
No. See, I mean, true. I didn't know.
At least you've had your colors done. Throughout the year, 365, 24/7, I dress like Miss Honey from Matilda.
but it
no matter like what it is,
so well.
I'm either Miss Honey from Matilda or I'm in all black, and there's no in between.
It's like either
for me,
like
that's like it.
Fully into like you're literally dressing as like a character in a movie, or all black. Like it's one or the other. That's how I dress.
It.
I'm like, who am I gonna be tonight?
Yeah, I have like cute librarian mom vibes, and then I've got like not so whimsy goth in all black.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
But I've
always you need to get your colors done.
I've always wanted to get my colors done, but I'm poor. So I haven't.
I am not kidding. I'm so glad I did it though.
Oh my God.
It was one of those things where I was like, oh, like who cares anyways? But I've actually saved money, surprisingly.
To do it?
Like just like doing it.
Oh, you've saved money since then.
Since then.
Oh, got it.
Because I know like, okay, this color does not work for me. Like at all. Like does me no service. Like, shopping for me, I love shopping, but I also hate the amount of time that I spend on shopping. I'm like, can we just get out of here? We've been in this Macy's for 2 freaking hours. I'm ready to go. Like,
you're like, I'm out of here. We passed a Wetzel's Pretzels like 4 hours ago.
Get the slushy to go. Yeah, I am done.
Out the door.
And I think like because me and my grandmother Doris are very similar. Like when it's like the 3 generation shopping, and then my mom's like, let's go to this store, let's go to the mall, and I was like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Like quickly, my grandmother will be like, okay, are we good?
Like, can you make a decision, please?
Can you make a decision? We're out. And I'll try and like be the medium of the two, where like internally I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of over this. Yeah. But I'm also like, okay, like I'm still enjoying myself. Like mom's happy, the whole 9, but yeah,
it's hard.
But you need to get your colors done, because I think like just like her like aura is like so pink and so like coquette.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, we need to get your colors done, babe.
I love the Marie Antoinette Rococo, like coquette aesthetic with the very, very light pastels and the florals and the bows and the pearls. Pearls are my favorite. Pearls are my gemstone. It's not my birthstone.
What is your birthstone?
Opal. I'm an October baby.
That's so pretty.
So like that fits into the coquette aesthetic with like the very light white opals, but like pearls and bows. And
I feel like sometimes it's so hard
flowers.
To like style pearls. I'm like,
it is. You can totally look like a country club grandma in about 2.5 seconds. The second you put on a string of pearls, and if it's not correct, it's over. The outfit's over. You know who absolutely destroyed pearls for me recently is the guy on the newest episode of the Bachelorette, the newest season of the Bachelorette. I think his name is Aaron. He was the aerospace engineer from like Oklahoma.
Oh my God, those aerospace
engineers. Like his string of pearls. Listen, I love a string of pearls on a man.
Love a string of pearls.
Love jewelry on a man.
Yes.
When done right.
When done right though. If it's not.
But that was not correct. That was not correct.
We'll insert a picture of like what he looks like in the pearls.
It was giving.
I'm trying to like
surfer frat bro circa like 2008 in all of the wrong ways.
I totally remember now.
Yeah, right.
I totally remember.
With the hair.
Like such a. I feel like. Oh, sorry. Like hit the mic. I feel like he did it like at like such a weird length.
It was a weird length. It wasn't a almost choker, but it also wasn't long enough to tuck into the shirt, so you just got the illusion of pearls.
I don't like that.
It was country club grandma length. It was like visually jarring to my eyes. Like, I was sitting there and I was like,
gave you the ick.
It gave me the ick. Add it to the list of icks. Like out. I'm out. That
like jewelry on a man
but just
is
on
so
him.
Sexy, but like
only on him.
You can't. Look,
if you have no style to back it up, it's not
like
a good
the
thing.
Attempt though.
Yeah, respect the attempt.
She's like,
no.
Yeah.
I mean, on other guys, yeah, sure.
On him.
On him. It's like, no. Listen, jewelry on a guy, like you just said, super sexy.
Yes.
Could be amazing.
When done right.
And that was not done right. That was incorrect. And I was immediately sitting there. I was like, oh, can we fast forward? Like, I want out of this conversation. I want out of this visual.
This
visual medium is unappetizing. And I know, like...
Swipe left. I'm so sorry.
Swipe left. Immediately swipe all of the left. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it was it was rough, but I love that aesthetic. And so as a pearl girly, I can't make a pearl necklace joke because that's gonna be misconstrued. We already have a bad acronym.
Oh God, I know.
Google it,
guys. Look, we know the acronym is not like the best, but you know what? Who cares? If you have a problem about it, that's your problem. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta like crack these bad boys.
We have a drink today. We decided to try something new.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try
and see what we think. But as a it did sound like that was clean. That was crisp.
My special talent is
that was like, crisp.
He's cracking these bad boys open and it's sounding like a bear.
A bear. Crack a bear.
Crack a bear.
I only just started liking beer this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This is the first year of my life where I have enjoyed beer for the first time ever in my life this year.
Oh my gosh.
At 28 years old, folks.
What was the choice to know?
Tacos. I was like,
hold on. You have to set up the scene.
Listen, I have to set this.
Like, where?
Listen.
Tacos.
Okay, so I love a margarita. Tacos and margs are my happy meal.
Our margarita obsession is very real.
This is why we're friends.
This is what brought us together.
Literally.
No,
We
literally.
were drinking margs. Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Love. Iconic.
I love a margarita.
I love
strawberry
a margarita.
margarita.
As you're drinking, it's a daiquiri. It's kind of the same thing.
Strawberry daiquiri, something.
Same thing. It's just rum instead of tequila.
The
tacos. We were having Mexican food, and I love margaritas, but I was so kind of over the super acidic tequila vibes.
Yeah, it can get old real quick if you're like,
it was not.
My tummy's not.
My tummy was not having a good time. Only hot girls have tummy troubles.
Yes,
this is a fact.
Very true.
This is a proven.
And all you haters who say we're liars,
you're wrong.
Shut up. You don't understand our struggle.
Literally, they do not get it. And we were sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I've never really given beer a fair shake. Like, I've had a beer here and there in my life, but I've never just really given it a chance. And so I was sitting at a restaurant, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a big girl, and I'm gonna try it. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna send it back, and it's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God.
I know.
Really?
Listen, I sent back a drink once, and my friend looked at me and she goes, I can't believe you just did that. And I was like, that wasn't what I ordered. And she's like, yeah, but you drink it.
Dude, honestly, I'm the same way. Like, I'm like, I can't. I'm
not paying $22 for a cocktail if it's not what I ordered.
Now, if someone else paid for the drink, then I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Like,
that's
whatever.
fine. But if it's coming out of my wallet,
if it's me paying for the drink,
I'm sending it back. I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately, I am that person, and I'm like,
in the most polite way ever.
Absolutely.
Like, I know it's not your fault. It was the bar is busy. 100%. It's a total mix-up. Please don't spit my drink.
I would love this, but unfortunately, I ordered the strawberry margarita.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, and you just got to sometimes.
Okay,
so
you were like, okay.
I prepped myself for this, and I ordered the light. I ordered like a Corona or a Coors Light.
Yes, love me a Corona.
Oh love a Corona
with a wedge of lime.
I love a wedge of lime. I ordered, like baby beer. I was like,
sorry,
I'm just gonna start at the bottom.
like a super light beer.
Super light, like the lightest,
like an
whitest,
IPA,
like the lightest, whitest blonde girl beer you could ever order ever in your life.
That's okay.
I had a friend that worked at like a craft brewery for a hot minute, and he would try and give me like these super hoppy double IPAs, I was the bitch at the bar drinking it through a straw because I didn't like it.
Stop.
Oh, I fully did that in public.
Straw?
In public. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're so brave.
I was in my early 20s. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? You have no idea what you're doing in your early 20s.
I'd be so scared. I'd be like, oh, fuck.
I had no shame. I was like, I don't like beer. And so I just stopped
that's
going.
The difference between us. I'd be like, I succumb to peer pressure real quick.
It's like, I don't like it.
Sure, whatever. What's everyone else doing? Oh, damn. Like,
I mean, like later on, I agonized over it. But in the moment, I was like, whatever. Thank you. So I was like, turned off. And then, you know what? I had a beer. And it was actually delicious. Oh, sorry. And and I had a like great time. And that was like January.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is like recent.
This is a new thing to the Lauren palate.
Oh my
This is like new. I'm not like a picky eater, okay?
So
but
so you ended up having a Corona?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have the lime with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course. And it was like ice cold.
Did you like dunk the lime with it?
Yeah, you got to like squeeze it on top, and then it like opens it up if you want to be dramatic about it.
I mean, I usually only do this if I'm like at an outside party.
Yeah.
Where like I stick the wedge of lime in it, and I like hold my thumb. I know you're not really supposed to do this, but like you hold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you like kind of dunk it and then put it back,
and it's like at the bottom.
Kind of bubbles a little bit, but you kind of like slowly let out a little bit.
You gotta burp your beer like a kombucha.
Yeah, you gotta burp your beer. Yeah, you gotta let it, because if you just like unthumb it, then it just like
yeah, no, for real. Or
like,
if people like tap your beer and you're like, ugh.
Oh, I do that all the time. The minute I found that was a thing, I was
Were
like,
you that person?
Yes, I totally was.
Jessica Hess.
Honestly,
listen.
I just wanted the reaction.
No.
I just wanted the reaction.
You were that
like,
girl.
I was like, I found this new trick. Spoil everyone's party.
Oh, no. I would have been so bad.
But I had so much fun with it. I would like do it and be like, haha, gotcha.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you.
Oh my God.
And then like later in the night, they would do it back to me. And I was like, we've now created a bond.
We have a bond. We have a story. We're friends forever.
I made friends.
I made friends.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So nuts.
Yeah. That was the like exploit.
What a vibe.
For me. Yeah. Alcohol. Like becoming, exploring, as you do in your late 20s or early-ish 30s.
I feel like for me, like I was so late to like the drinking party, or just like, I guess like the thing about me is I love going out to dance.
Ooh, you're a dancer.
That's literally it.
I'm
not like a dancer, but like,
well, like you're a dancer.
I love to just like, I love to dance, and I love to like, sometimes for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I will pretend like I am like just absolutely hammered, so that I can just like
go for
in my own brain trick myself into being like, yeah, I can dance like
oh whatever. My God, I love.
And I think
plus no one's judging you if they think you're hammered.
Judging you if they think you're hammered the whole night.
Yeah.
I am like,
you're like, I'm on this.
I'm like prepping for my role right now. For like
I'm ready for my close up. I'm here for this.
It's so true. And I did this recently. Oh no. It was like a couple months ago, with like a group of like some old friends from like graduate school. Mm-hmm. And like we went to I think where did we go? We went to Rocco's, and we went to the
Rocco's
Abbey.
Chicken and Waffle. Oh, that's Roscoe's.
I mean,
ew, I hate myself. I heard like you went to Roscoe's.
You went to Roscoe's.
I'm like,
Chicken
what are you doing,
we did
Jess?
go after there. We did go after. After we went to the club, we went to Roscoe's.
I hate myself. I
love Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, though. Don't hate.
I've only been a couple times.
But we went to Rocco's.
Got it. I heard you this time. That's called ADHD. That was selective hearing. That's what that was. I'm so sorry.
It totally was. That was for our psychiatrist right there.
Yeah, I'm going to show my therapist, and she's going to look at me and be like, Lauren, we have some things we need to work on.
100%. But so we went out clubbing. Yeah. It was more of like a catch up. Like everyone was hammered. I was like, I don't have a lot of money to like.
Because we're poor.
Well, we're poor. I mean, we're definitely poor.
We're so poor.
But I'm also like, for me, I'm like a heavy drinker. So it's like, it
you have a way higher tolerance than I do.
Oh yeah. Like my tolerance is really high. So like, just to get me drunk, it's like, it's a lot of money that I have to
smell tequila, and I've got a buzz. I'm such a lightweight.
God, I wish that.
Oh my God.
Oh. So we
like this. Yes. When I crush this, I'm gonna have the best buzz ever. Like one of these will just do it for me.
I love it. Oh my God. But
I had to get back into drinking.
Oh my God.
Because I stopped. I like did it a lot when I was in my early 20s. Because like that's what you're doing when you're 20, 21.
Yes.
You got a fake ID.
I like don't care. I'm like, sure, whatever. I'm like, I'm like what is it called? Like the occasional drinker. Like if there's
socially.
Like, oh, here you go. Yeah, social drinker.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, yeah. But like by myself, I'm like,
I do love a solo glass of wine.
Yeah,
solo glass of wine. Okay. A couple of nice lit candles. An absolute great autumn ambiance video in the background with the rain, and then like the crunchy leaves and in the background, the like quiet Twilight soundtrack, and then a spicy novel. Oh my! Sign me up. Sign me up.
But I love home goods stuff.
I love home goods, and I found the cutest little single serve tea set. And so if I'm like by myself and I'm hanging out and I have a book that I'm into and I want to light some candles and just have like a me night, put on a face mask, a couple under eye patches. Oh, I'm putting wine in that teacup.
And turn on some Twilight.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of Twilight.
That's a great segue, Jess.
I mean, know what? Like, it is the fall season. The fall season is upon us. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a multitude of TikToks online that are going to be doing the
it's back.
I mean, like, how
We're
iconic
back.
is that? We're back.
We're back.
Guys, that entire franchise.
Hold on, wait. We have to introduce the situation because your thoughts,
yes.
They need to hear them. Okay. So now it's...
Oh my God.
Guys, I hate us, but I love us. Yeah, we're working on transitions. We're new here,
Don't
okay?
expect us to like be good at this, okay? We're like, we're slowly working into it.
This is our freshman album, okay?
Yeah,
that's what we're working on.
Album.
We're in a freshman album.
Everybody lower your expectations right now.
Not to the floor, but just...
No.
I'm not in the attic. I'm not in the basement. I'm right where you live. Yeah. We're very demure, right
okay? Right on the first floor.
We're very
of the house.
cutesy.
Very cutesy, very demure. Guys, my dyslexia just kicked in right now. I'm so sorry.
Are you sure it wasn't that?
No. Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I wish.
No, full of it. I love it. Okay.
I wish I could blame it on that.
I know. Blame it on that. Okay.
Yeah.
We can't afford that song. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so now it's time for one of our new favorite segments here on the Broke Blonde Diaries, the BFF Breakdown.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
This is where we take a piece of art, a movie, a book, or even a cultural moment, and each give our own spin on it.
I'll dive into the historical and artistic context because I can't resist a good art history deep dive.
And I'll be the pop culture and film angle, breaking down how it connects to the world and we live in today.
Oh, love. All right, let's break it down for you. And I guess Jess and I already kind of spoiled what the BFF breakdown is today. We're talking about the Twilight saga.
Guys, Twilight is everything. I mean, I think it's such, like, when it came out, it was such a, like, pivotal moment, I think, in, like, a lot of...
life?
Yeah, just like in growing up, like figuring out what you want, like, and just like getting into the whole fantasy of it, like vampires and werewolves. Like, come on.
It is the fantasy. Honestly, I feel like Twilight, for the girlies at the time in which Twilight not only was published as a book, but when it came out as a movie, all of the Wattpad girlies, all of the AO3 girlies, all of the like
exploded
fantasy girls that were basically living on crumbs with Supernatural and reruns of Charmed.
Yes. Oh my God.
Twilight was everything.
It was.
And everything. It was like written for us, even though problematic. We recognize that. Yes. There are issues.
Yes.
But it was written for us. It was geared toward our age group.
Yes. And I think too, like, I remember when the first Twilight movie came out and I was like, this is
oh my God,
my new obsession.
This is going to be like, my whole personality.
I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Damn, what do I do?
I'm in so much trouble. Oh no.
But I think too, like, at least for me, I watched the first movie.
Yeah.
And then realized, it's a book series. So I actually watched the movie first. And
me too.
And then and then read the first book. And I was like, whoa, they missed a lot of stuff in the movie. And at first I was like, wait a second.
You're like, what?
What is happening?
I know. They don't mention the strawberry shampoo. No. Like, what is happening?
Like specific details.
The details on the cars, the outfit that is described that Edward Cullen is wearing in the meadow, the lengths that Stephanie Myers went through to describe Edward's outfit, is shocking.
Cause like, okay, so I don't know about you, but like at least for me, I'm a very visual like person, so like it takes a lot for me to like really like read through a book. I had a really hard time. That just like it's big too, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm like really gonna get through this. But when I'm like reading some of this stuff,
I said meow. I'm so sorry.
Meow.
Meow. I was like, but it sounded like
meow.
Keep talking.
Meow. So meow.
Meow.
But like, especially with that book, like it was so detailed to the point that I was like, I put things visually that are in the book into like a movie for me.
Oh, so you were like watching the movie in your head.
100%.
Got it.
And I do that with like most books
I do that too,
that I read. Like if it's not interesting enough, I am checked out. Like I just don't finish it. Yeah.
Can you put a book down?
Yeah.
You have to finish it? You're a completionist? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I have to, just because I'm like, well, I'll make up whatever it is in my mind or how I would.
You have like a whole headcanon about it? Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, that's probably not right. I should probably finish
I have walked away from books
their version's
mid-series.
probably way better than mine. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I have walked away from books mid-book, mid-series. I have DNF'd a book.
Stop.
Yeah. And I did that the first time with Twilight. And then the last 3 movies came out and I went back and finished them. Oh my gosh. But I have DNF'd books mid-book, mid-series. Like 3 books in.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, okay, because when I was
Shout out to the From Blood and Ash series.
Blood and Ash.
There will be a book talk episode.
We definitely will deep dive.
And we will be talking about that book.
So hard.
That series, that author. Oh, Jesus, Lord in heaven. Oh.
God almighty.
So help me, Christ. I'm
already sweating thinking about it. I'm so sorry.
Like the amount of rage that is in me, not only for that. Okay. We got to move on.
She had a moment. It's so true though. Like, oh my gosh. That whole series.
That
so
series.
We'll get into
We'll talk about that later.
100%.
Yeah.
But like any of like the Twilight fandom that like just, I remember like, I think the press tour was so insane.
Yeah.
When like that movie first like came out and everyone was like, Team Edward, Team Jacob. And I'm like, Team Jacob? I was like, he's not even a
possibility.
A part of it. And I'm like, so I was confused because I didn't read the books.
Yeah.
And I was like very behind on like a lot of like the fandom it kind of generated. So at the beginning of it, I wasn't really like a huge like Twilight fan because I was just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And then I finally watched the first one. And I was like, oh my God, this is like
it's
incredible.
So good.
And I love this.
It's so.
And I love his sparkly skin and his big fat hair and all this stuff.
Big fat hair?
Yes, dude, his hair was so voluminous.
I think that was all natural for Robert Pattinson. My goodness.
Just like shaking in, just like putting.
I don't even know what. The amount of baby powder.
Yeah, the baby powder
in there. It's like a whole bottle. He's just in there like squeezing it.
And like the amount of like, I mean, he's a pretty pale dude, but I feel like they really just.
Well, also.
What do they like milk him? Like, not milk him. Like put him in a milk bath. That's. God, I kill myself.
You did not just say milk him. Oh,
kill me,
Jess. Where did your mind just take you?
It didn't. See, I'm already sweating again.
You just made yourself so nervous.
Oh,
Are you thinking about milking Robert Pattinson and like not in a PG way?
No, girl. No. Dirty man.
Dirty man. We can't afford that song.
My brain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Putting like dunking him in like a milk bath because he's so pale. And then I just like blended the two ideas and that's what came out. Milking Robert Pattinson.
I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Oh God. The things that come out of my mouth sometimes when I'm
gonna think about milking Robert Pattinson.
Oh God.
Every time I think about Twilight now, I'm trying not to like actually cry from laughing. Okay. That's hilarious.
I hate myself.
I think they put makeup on him, but also the it's gone. We lost it.
Sorry.
Oh God. No, now you're making me warm up in here.
I know.
It's hot as shit up here.
Fucking 80 degrees.
It's currently 83 where we're sitting right now. It is, yeah. It's in the 80s. Sorry, I had to like look past the lights. Yeah, it's hot. And I'm in all black.
That was a combination of so many things.
That was like a triple knockout.
Fumbling over my words. So sorry. But yes, go ahead. Please.
Hold on. We can be professional.
Yeah.
I know that we
Yeah,
can.
no, like totally.
No, for sure. For real. Cool.
Totally
Cool.
professional.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, super cool. Cool. Okay. Anyway. It's not even funny.
It's really not.
It's really not even that funny. Okay. No, okay. Twilight. Let's talk about it because this book is messed up.
It really is.
This book is messed up.
I'm like,
Number
what
one,
is happening?
it is a hidden, like, by layers of not so deep subtext on how to be a good Mormon. For real.
That was such a
Was that a curveball for you? I'm so sorry. No, but like for real.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, no, how to be a good Mormon. For those of you who don't know in the studio audience,
See, this is
Stephanie,
what's so interesting from your perspective because you might know something that I clearly do not.
For those of you in the audience who don't know or are not aware, Stephanie Mormon. I quit episode. What is this? I don't even know. Stephanie Myers. Stephanie Mormon. This is for you, for all of you. Stephanie Mormon. Stephanie Myers. Listen. I told you this was going to be the best buzz ever. I'm not drunk.
This is a great idea. I'm so obsessed. Thank God we made a podcast. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm so hot. Hold on.
You bitches could never.
Could never.
Oh my God.
Public humiliation at its finest. You ever had the dream where you walk into school with your underwear on? This is a little bit like that, okay? Just happening in real time.
Oh my God.
Is it hot in here? Okay. Oh my God. Stephanie Meyer.
Yes. Is she a Mormon?
Is a Mormon.
Oh, period. You know those. Oh, shit.
We know them. We love them. However,
The Mormon agenda.
the Mormon agenda. Listen, the Mormon agenda in this book is so for real. It's okay.
I'm just like so curious because what that
It
was
is
the first time I think I've ever heard that.
Oh
I
girl.
was like, whoa.
Okay, we gotta talk about it. Let's start for the fact that in the books, the whole concept is you have to get married before you can like be in love. You cannot have sex until after marriage.
Yeah.
It's like a super thing. It's super pro-life.
Gotcha.
So pro. Like, I don't know if you've read it. It's a very, and you've also seen the movie. It's a very not pro-abortion stance.
Yeah.
On life and things that come with that.
She wants to have his babies.
She wants to have the babies.
And I was like, girlfriend, you are a human.
Girlfriend, you're
How
like
does
17.
The math is not mathing. Like what?
Yeah, literally. She's like 17.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, get married as quickly as possible. There's no such thing as divorce, right?
Divorce babes.
Divorce, babes.
Yeah.
Talking about divorce.
Yeah.
Like our lip thing. I'm talking about divorce.
Yeah. Interesting.
But also the like religious undertones and the way that all of their souls are damned to hell. They don't have souls the minute they become vampires. Stephanie Meyer's canonically in Twilight, no Black, Asian, Filipino, you name it. There is no color other than white allowed to be a vampire.
That is so wild. Because
canonically, you can check it out. It's in her like
so wild because
notes
that
on
was
Twilight
one
book.
of the first things I do remember in the movie because I was like,
She in like real life, I guess it was a fight to get the actor that played Laurent and the actor that played Eric because they are people of color.
they were so iconic in the movie. I could not even imagine.
You can't imagine it without
them.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
And then in the last movie, you see like Rami Malek is in it.
That's right. Yeah.
And so like, what do you so in the book, those characters cannot exist. The cousins from the Amazon cannot exist. And they're not like in the book, but like
yeah. That is so interesting.
Right. And Edward goes through a ton of eternal like turmoil. And every time they kill someone, Carlisle makes them go to their victim's funeral and like pay respects. And it's like
101.
It's a whole guilt trip. It's like a thing.
That is so nuts.
Yeah.
But
and
honestly,
there's like rules.
You know,
the Volturi is like the church.
Yeah, the Volturi were like kind of amazing in my book.
The Volturi only want the special vampires to be involved with them.
So nuts. I secretly like the Volturi though, because I was like,
I know
they're so unhinged.
I'm secretly kind of an Aro stan.
Oh my gosh! Like again, it's just so crazy to have like this group of vampires that's very like old, like just like I don't even know, like thousands of years old, hundreds of years old, and just like I'm like the stuff that they like live through and like have like done. They just have a system, right? They bring in a group of people who want to like see the Vatican or like whatever's going on, during that time, and then they just kill them.
I know.
Women, men, children, like everything.
I know. It's
probably little puppies,
right?
I was like,
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's a horrible visual.
I know.
That's really sad.
But I was like, honestly, slay.
There's some like
I was like,
quite honestly, it's a slay.
They don't give a rat's booty about any of that.
No, not even a little one. Yeah, the movies, the books, they're wild. They really are. Wild time. Like great movies. The first one, directed by Catherine Hardwicke, I believe, is the director of the first one.
Yes.
The blue tint she put on that film.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Like I think like just transporting someone, like an audience member, into a film, especially like that, like
eternal.
It really like is such a part of your life. Like like remembering. I remember exactly where I was like when I watched Twilight. I knew the feeling and the escapism that happened in that moment, that I was like,
oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
And I think I remember like having dreams like afterwards of like just in like the blue
like Stephanie
tint.
Meyer, because that's what Twilight is. It's a sex dream. Twilight is a sex dream that Stephanie Meyer had, and then she wrote it down. She is a self-insert for Bella. That's what it was. Look it up. You can actually fact check me on that. That is a true thing. It was a sex dream that she had.
That's a pretty damn good dream.
That's a pretty long dream, girl. Were you in a coma? What happened? Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense.
You want to know who I believe, I think Edward is a self-insert. All of her siblings are in the books.
Yes.
I think Edward is an insert for one of her brothers, which is not fun.
Why did you have to say that?
There is a girl on Twilight. I quit. There is a girl on Instagram.
Yes.
I believe her name is actually Stephanie.
Yeah.
She does the most amazing reels on Twilight. She's also on TikTok. We'll have to put her down below because she is actually doing a dissertation on Twilight.
Shut up. No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Honestly, big slay.
Oh, major slay. Because who's done it before? Nobody. We've done dissertations.
Like
we could talk about those. And we should. And we actually will. We need to get to that in this episode. But
that is wild.
Yeah. So she's
good
like
for her.
But she knows
her niche.
In depth. Literally.
That is wild.
But she's like in depth about it. And she did a whole thing about how Stephanie has talked about that all of her siblings have characters in the book and that she is a self-insert for Bella the whole time. Like she believes that she is Bella. Like in real life.
What?
Yeah. Have you heard the interview of Robert Pattinson doing Twilight Press? And he's like, this is a book that never should have been made.
I actually very specifically remember that interview because he was so nonchalant about it. People were like, oh my gosh, why is he hating this series? He's literally a part of it. It literally made his career. I was like,
but he is correct.
But he's also correct.
But I'd also be devastated if this didn't exist. Because
let's
be honest, Twilight is low-key the reason for almost all popular media currently right now, especially for the like girly pop media.
Oh yeah, like any of the fantasy type stuff, like
it's everything
literally from Twilight.
Vampires,
werewolves,
romance.
It got me into Teen Wolf,
Teen Wolf, the Vampire Diaries. Supernatural did a thing about it.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, all of the spin-offs and spoofs. I mean, a discovery of witches, and not inspired by, but became popular. 50 Shades of Grey. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey, like then turned into the like romance blueprint for everything to get off of the like AO3 and Wattpad platforms.
Yep. And now companies are starting to like production companies are really investing in that.
Wattpad media.
Yeah.
There've been 4 after movies, which
the Twilight effect that it has on so many people and so many just production companies and the fandom, they keep fueling it.
Listen, Twilight is the reason
on the fire.
Twilight is the reason that Ellen DeGeneres no longer has a career.
What do you mean?
Okay, so let's talk about it.
The tea.
So 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. The band My Chemical Romance. Yes, they wrote music directly influenced by the aftermath and the devastation of 9/11.
Yeah.
Stephenie Meyer has come out and talked about how that specific album and those specific songs about 9/11 are the entire soundtrack in her head and almost the complete motivating reason to writing Twilight from her dream to page. Right? So then she publishes Twilight because she's so inspired by this My Chemical Romance music, and coupled with her dream, it's like everything she could ever want. She puts it on a page. Boom, all of a sudden it gets picked up. It's turned into a movie. Boom, all of a sudden other authors like E.L. James are inspired to write spin-offs and fan fiction of this incredible story that happened to make it. All of a sudden 50 Shades of Grey comes out. All of a sudden, it's taking the world by storm. All of a sudden, that's being made into a movie. All of a sudden, actors are being cast for that. Actresses like Dakota Johnson, who becomes super famous for 50 Shades of Grey and go on and do press, and then go on to Ellen DeGeneres. And Ellen DeGeneres, who had a historical, like, happenstance.
Ellen, that's not true. I never.
Yeah, that interview alone. She goes on Ellen DeGeneres.
So good.
She calls Ellen out. Ellen, that's not true.
Yeah.
That was the first domino that fell in the ending of Ellen DeGeneres.
Honestly, I remember that interview so well. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. We have a visitor.
The kitty cat. Hello. But I do remember that interview so specifically. Mm-hmm. And I think I like watched it like sometime like in high school or something like that. And I was like, oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Roasted her. And it was just like
roasted.
She really just like laid it all out.
Yeah.
Like she was like, no lies have been told here today.
No.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
And it was, I do remember
devastating
after that was
for
like,
Ellen. She never recovered.
She really didn't.
That was like the beginning of the end. I'm so sorry if you heard the throat gurgle. I apologize. That was the beginning of the end. That was it for Ellen DeGeneres. That was like the initial seal of the deal.
That is wild though. Get up there, silly. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. He's like, sissy, pick me up, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's a big orange cat.
Big orange cat.
Big orange cat.
But yeah. Oh my God, great.
You went up there to ruin Sissy's shirt, didn't you?
She did. She. I'm sorry. I just misgendered my own cat. I apologize.
He, she, they.
He, she, they. Girly pop for life.
Girly pop for life. Look at those freaking eyes.
He doesn't stick to a gender binary. He's just the bestest.
He's just like, I'm just a good little kitty.
He is just the sweetest little love muffin teddy bear boobaloo.
Again, the human face.
I know.
Will always get me.
Sorry, not to make it about my cat.
No, but we will because everyone loves cats. And if you don't love cats, you don't love cats.
You don't love cats.
Then we don't love you.
But
get out.
For real though, Twilight like really changed everything.
That is wild.
Isn't that wild?
I didn't
shout out to my sister and one of her best friends, Sarah, for having that enlightening conversation with me. They know.
That is like such a deep dive, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
because I still love the Twilight series, and I'm still gonna watch it
Every
during the fall season.
year.
Every year. Without fail. And I love it.
Every year.
But like, wait, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? This is a very important question.
This is a very important question. Listen.
Wait, hold on. Let me like set it up.
Okay.
Let's give two different answers. One for you, like you personally, who would you want, Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Right.
And then the next one would be, who would be better for Bella?
Oh.
So that way, you know, it's kind of like,
who would I want for me?
Yeah, who would you want for yourself?
Whoa. Okay. Well, if I'm putting this...
Or you want to answer the Bella one first, and then you can answer...
The... Jesus. Okay, well, I mean... Neither one of them are good for Bella. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of emotional abuse. It's absolutely super controlling.
Yeah.
We love that she tried. But
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, she tried.
I think
she had two options, and she was like, option one.
She did the best with what she could at the time that it was happening.
100%.
I think Edward in the long run is probably better with Bella, not for Bella.
Yeah.
I think Jacob emotionally would have been less damaging
100%.
for sure. But I think Bella as a character was like written to be...
That is also my answer.
That character.
For Bella?
Yeah.
100%.
I think Edward.
Yeah.
Me, listen, I love werewolf romance. But, I would pick Edward.
Gasp. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, do tell.
Okay, listen, I love a werewolf romance. I'm an OG Wattpad girl. Listen.
Wattpad is like... stick an IV in me with
I was
Wattpad
there for the
story.
creation of the Omegaverse, and if you don't know what that is, look it up.
My...
I was there. I was chronically online at that time. So like,
what did a canon event
what
for
a
all girls when
canon-
that happened, when that thing dropped. Oh,
permanently altered my brain chemistry.
Yeah,
and even though that initially wasn't werewolf, it has sort of transitioned into it.
100%.
I love a werewolf romance, but I love a Renaissance man.
That does track with you. That so tracks with you.
Doesn't it though?
I love that for you. Because it's true. I feel like there's so many times where it's just like period pieces here and there. It's like, if you found your drama and you found your niche and that's what you like,
stick to it, babe.
Stick to it.
Listen, I could
those people will find you.
They will find you. They
will
always
totally
do.
Find you.
I could take Edward to a museum.
I can show him Leonardo.
I could show him the world and vice versa. But like, I could take him to a museum. I could talk to him about art.
Oh yeah.
I could talk to him about like, okay, he's a few hundred years old, like the Spanish influenza. So I could talk to him about. I'm like, is it 1912?
You're like carried away.
Yeah, I'm like, when was
Spanish
Edward born? I can't remember the dates. But I could talk to him about all of the history that happened and everything that was going on. I mean, like World War I and everything that happened with that, and all of the like the actual real life monuments men and the art that went missing, and like the Amber Room and everything that happened with that. I could go down that tunnel, but also we could fuck shit up in like an antique shop, and I'm super here for that. I'm so sorry. That's like the nerdiest answer ever.
No, I love that answer for you.
But like, he would appreciate my suit of armor.
Yeah, guys.
But he'd have a real one.
Her collection is so unhinged. And I am so here for it. She was like, oh, we don't have to put it in the frame. I was like, we are putting that thing in the frame, whether you want it or not, because I like that.
I'm
obsessed.
Great. If you...
He's just going to sit there the whole rest of the time.
If you don't know, I collect suits of armor and pieces of armor.
Like, how cool is she? Like, I don't have a fucking collection like that. Like, I'm not that cool. Like, I'm just looking at this thing. I mean, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", If I stand next to that thing, I'm like the same height as it. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
It looks so legit though. It's like,
thank you.
It's so insane. And look at, we have like this little guy in the corner.
Oh, I know. I'm very proud of that acquisition.
Like, have you named this one?
I haven't yet, but I'm thinking he's a George.
Oh my God, George.
Yeah.
And George has a little special surprise that
George
we'll get to
does
later in the episode.
Have a special surprise.
He's like a little...
He is. He's a mullet. He's a mullet. He's a mullet suit of armor.
Business in the front.
Party in the back. No, for real. Okay, you have to turn it though. Because he is literally business in the front and he's a party in the back. It's a bar.
You're kidding.
It's a bar.
Obsessed.
I love suits of armor.
I want one of those. Oh.
I love the helmets. Actually, the like helmet with the
like
face.
These little guys. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I love like hidden old stuff. Like when stuff looks like, oh, it's
a real life like a Trump Loy type of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I love. Yeah, no, I have ornaments. I have wind up toys. I have statues. I have jewelry.
Robert. Well, Robert would not be the correct term in this, but Edward would absolutely same dude.
Yeah.
Would absolutely love like everything that you collect, the whole night. I see that fit for you 100%.
What would you answer? Oh shit.
You guys, I love Edward. I think he's amazing.
Oh
I love vampires. I love that whole fantasy. But I'm Team Jacob.
What?
Girl.
Okay, well, actually, I get it, though. The athleticism.
Yes.
Yeah. The muscles.
Love an indigenous man.
Ooh.
Oh.
The rippling pectorals.
Oh, my gosh. They are like...
If you know, you
so
know.
Fine.
Rippling pectorals.
Rippling pectorals.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, my gosh. Like, Jacob, I think... It's one of those things where, like, he's obviously, they're both very protective of Bella and the whole nine. I'm like,
yeah,
look, we get it. Like, you want to be more protective than he is, and vice versa. But honestly, I think for me, what is like most attractive, like about him to me, that I was like, oh my gosh, is like he, like, kind of goes outside of like obviously like the norm of like what has been told to him. Like he kind of like in a weird way kind of works with Edward to kind of make sure like, that Bella's protected and safe. Like, even though it's like kind of going against like all that he's been taught for generations and generations and generations. But like, he's also so fine. Like, I can't. And guys, and he's warm. He's not cold. I love it.
See, I do love that.
I get cold, but I get cold very frequently. But like when I sleep, I'm a hot sleeper.
Yeah.
So like,
And you're a hot sleeper.
I'm a little hot sleeper. But the point is, he just seems like so snuggly and like so warm.
Yeah, that is a downside to Edward.
Yeah, he's like cold and like bony and stuff.
Yeah. That would like
it's like
not
it's like
be
hugging
fun.
a skeleton.
For real. But like, okay, let's be honest. We're all adults here.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that though with Edward? If you're doing the like devil's tango with Edward,
yeah,
that would not be fun.
No. That's why I was like,
that would be cold.
That's why I was like Jacob, because I feel like that's just
ew.
At least to me the most.
Can I take back my
change yours.
But I love the personality. If we could transplant the personality.
Yes.
Well,
where you
pieces
been, Loca?
Of it.
Like, where you been,
Where the hell
Loca?
have you been, Loca? Oh, that's so fun.
Like, get into it. Like, he wants to see me. Like, I want someone
Get
who wants
a boy
to be with me.
that wants to see you.
Get a boy who wants to be with you. Like, he's like that one right there. Where you been, Loca?
That one.
That is so
he does fill the werewolf
cute.
trope of like that one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Girls who've read a werewolf romance. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Get into it.
Honestly. Man, this was such a fun topic to talk about. We've talked about so many different things.
I know.
This was such a good episode. I love it.
Very diverse episode.
Very diverse episode. Oh my gosh. We've had like such a fun time today.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching us. Obviously we're gonna keep the episodes going. again, we're still new at this, but we're having so much fun. And I hope you guys are having fun too.
I know. Please stick with us. Follow us along on this journey. We're learning our pacing and kind of what we're doing and how we're feeling about it. But I'm having the best time. We hope you're having the best time. We want you to stick with us for this ride because I think it's going to be good.
100%.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, turn post notifications on for any future posts that we have in the future.
You can follow us anywhere at the
future posts we have in the future.
Future posts we have in the future. Love that.
In the future.
In the future. With Phil of the future.
Oh my God.
Iconic show. Follow us anywhere at the Broke Blonde Diaries. Be that Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah.
Podcasts, wherever pods are cast, you can find us.
Yeah. And like, please share like your thoughts and opinions on this. I mean, I think it's so important to have so many different perspectives of just everything that we've really talked about.
Civil discourse. It is the keystone to society.
100%.
Yeah.
But I think we just want you guys to have fun.
Yeah.
And just like, whether you're listening to us like on your way to work or like just coming into the office
or listening to us as you're dozing off to sleep.
Yeah.
Which I love to do.
Or even if you're at school, like if you're sneaking that little AirPod in your ear, like, hello.
We're happy to be here with you.
Absolutely. And we'll see you guys next time.
We love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.